I'm presenting the cultural heritage digital platforms implemented into ongoing European research and their possible integration. And I'm here on behalf of the University of Bologna, that is the scientific coordinator of the ROCK project, and also on behalf of the Consorzio Futuro in Ricerca, that is one of the ICT research partner in the INCEPTION consortium. And as well presented by Professor Menconelli, the accessibility in its wide meaning is still a priority challenge to overcome the existing barriers. This still happens despite the efforts spent to boost the fruition and dissemination of a cultural heritage in all its various forms. In this perspective, technologies and new digital media are increasingly adopted for promoting and managing cultural heritage, for collecting local tangible and intangible data, and for gathering transnational knowledge. This new tool lets users to approach to non-specialized information and visualize data locally in different ways. However, specific knowledge is still embedded and aggregated in confined digital environments with very limited chance of dialogue. Therefore, there is still a lack of interaction between site-specific knowledge and practices with transnational policies. As said, to ongoing EU-funded projects, namely INCEPTION and ROCK, whose acronym means Regeneration and Optimization of Cultural Heritage in Creative and Knowledge Cities, share the common aim of developing interoperable semantic platforms to enlarge access, fruition, and understanding of CH in different ways. I will skip the first three objectives of INCEPTION because now we are fully aware of the INCEPTION project after this afternoon. And I will stress the last one because it is mainly related to this presentation. And it is the development of an open standard semantic web platform for accessing, processing, and sharing interoperable digital models resulting from 3D survey and data capturing. Very shortly, the INCEPTION platform deals with semantically enriched heritage 3D BIM models. It is based on semantic web standards and technologies, and it makes extensive use of Sparkle language and RESTful APIs to query and enrich 3D models. The INCEPTION platform has been largely quoted and described in the previous presentation, so now only the description of the ROCK platform will be done more in detail. Okay. The main objectives of the ROCK project deals with the fact that historic city centers are special laboratories where testing new strategies for an heritage-led regeneration, a sustainable economic development, the city promotion, and the sharing of knowledge. The two concepts used to reach these objectives are the creativity, as a strategic factor for sustainable development having regard to economic, social, cultural, and environmental aspects, and the knowledge, as prominent landmark and driver for socio-economic and technological dynamics. ROCK aims to develop its innovative approach to promote the effective regeneration and adaptive reuse in historic city centers by implementing a selection of successful activities. These activities are related to 7 role model cities that are Athens, Cluj-Napoca, Eindhoven, Liverpool, Lyon, Torino, and Vilnius. The replicability and effectiveness of the approach of the related models are tested in 3 replicator cities, which are Bologna, Lisbon, and Skopje. In fact, ROCK has got a systemic approach that takes into account different processes and disciplines, and that is related to already existing instruments, policies, and networks. For this reason, rather than using a single data entry point and interface, ROCK works through an ecosystem of interoperable platforms addressing the needs of various target stakeholders. All the data collected from tools, platforms, sensors, apps, etc., are then pushed and stored in a centralized and interoperable platform based on a CCAN interface. In turn, data are pushed by the platform into Zenodo for permanent and open access data storage, as the ROCK project has to comply with the Open Research Data Pilot. So here are the ROCK tools forming the ecosystem. The Open Knowledge Portfolio collects good practices in cultural heritage-led regeneration, and analyzes their business models. The Atlas, that shows how actions have been implemented in the territory. It provides visual support for the users. The business matching platform, that is known as Platform of Innovators, spreads the results at EU level and builds new alliances. The Accessibility app, that is an app for mobile devices, and it is one of the ROCK Sense products, and the ROCK Open Access and Peer-Reviewed European Journal, which is a CPCL, that means Creative Practices in Citizen Landscape. The journal presents research and information about heritage and creative practices. Regarding the sensors, ROCK tests urban analytics technologies and smart city sensing tools, such as crowd flow monitoring sensors, video neural analytics, and indoor and outdoor microclimate analysis. Finally, the ROCK's interoperable platform, where the data taken from the various tools are pushed in. The platform then puts together data and makes elaborations visualized through the business intelligence tool. More in detail, the ROCK Atlas is an interface for the visualization of the information and data produced by the actions carried out in the replicator cities. It is a reference tool keeping track of the activities of the project, connecting them to existing good practices, especially those from the role model cities. It is the basis for the data elaboration and monitoring phases. The ROCK Atlas has a simple and accessible interface addressed to a broader audience. It was developed by the Department of History and Cultures at the University of Bologna. Here is a ROCKME, that is a database of business models and also a monitoring tool for actions and initiatives within and beyond ROCK. It aims at the creation of an open knowledge portfolio of practices in cultural heritage, including their financial aspects and their evaluation. The tool has been developed by the University of York as a spin-off of their product named PMEC, that is a Planning, Monitoring, Evaluation and Communication System. Then, this is the main website of the Innovators in Cultural Heritage, that is a social network for responsible innovators in cultural heritage. It is a business matching tool that creates dissemination and exploitation for ROCK's practices and enlarges ROCK's network of stakeholders. And it was developed by Nowhere, that is a communication company based in Bologna. More in detail, with very technical information, this is how the platform works. The data portal layer allows publication for the exchange of datasets and resources. The semantic layer makes homogeneous the data collected into the platform. The query layer allows querying the semantic database using a Sparkle language endpoint. The business intelligence layer that supports reporting and interactive analysis, visualization, and statistical data mining. The big data layer that contains the tools for storing the data provided by the cities and their activities, and the flow layer that is the source of information provided by the cities and the tools. The ROCK platform is intended to collect and manage data sets related to cultural heritage. It is a centralized data collection and processing tool allowing public administrations, research institutions, as well as innovation enterprises to inquire, analyze, and compare static and dynamic information collected in dedicated dashboards, making data understandable at a glance. And it has been developed by Corvallis, that is an Italian ICT company. This is an example from the business intelligence layer. It is the visualization of data from large crowd monitoring sensors that are made by data fusion research centers. This is another example from the business intelligence dashboard used for the monitoring of the project implementation. And this is the visualization of geodata within the ROCK platform. As shown during the presentation, the ROCK and the INCEPTION projects provides new ways to access cultural heritage and to promote transparency and perception of shared heritage as collective property. This is obtained by fostering the usability of spaces to all, by improving functions of cultural heritage from a user point of view, integrating the emerging spatial, temporal, and virtual structures of the knowledge-based society to support cohesion, and by developing a sense of belonging to places. Both projects are aimed at understanding urban historical areas as valuable in their entirety, actually a system of buildings and spaces which needs to be enhanced in their accessibility, also thanks to new technological tools and sharing platform. And it seems possible and beneficial the integration of the two platforms. The INCEPTION platform is a specific framework of tools, APIs, and methods for the collection, storage, and management of cultural heritage models, data, and semantic information. The ROCK platform ecosystem is a scalable and interoperable ecosystem made of various components, and as such, it can collect and elaborate multiple data sources and data types, including the one from INCEPTION. The innovative aspect of this possible integration is that it deals with the chance to acquire a deeper understanding of cultural heritage by organizing and cross-referencing data through advanced data analysis algorithms, as well as human-readable data visualization tools. Cultural heritage data platforms connect stakeholders coming from different technical and cultural backgrounds as policymakers, private businesses, cultural producers, innovators, tourists, and citizens to boost and support the process of transformation and consumption of cultural heritage in cities. This follows a cross-disciplinary approach at all levels, from cultural heritage production, that includes policymaking, to valorization and cultural assets, education, business matching, and integrated management. And to conclude, the regeneration and the enhancement of the cultural heritage, supported by digital technologies, are able to regenerate and enhance the sense of belonging to places.